What's up, TIW Mafia? It's TIW Daily. I am here again with my buddy Nico. What's up, man? How are you?
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? You know I got out my intro music, man.
Bro.
Glad to be here.
And
my wife's birthday, and it's JP's birthday, and I see he's chilled with us, graced us with his presence.
Yeah, it's JP's birthday. Should we? Does he have control? He can't bring himself in, can he? We're the only ones that can bring him in and out, right?
Maybe you can even hear us talking.
Oh,
can you hear us talking while we're talking? Can you hear us talking while you're down there?
Yes, both just froze up on me. I don't know if we froze up on everybody.
Oh God!
Here we go. Here goes JP's Walmart internet on his birthday, hanging out with that piece of shit jersey behind him once again.
It's because you're in the middle of Montana,
jersey,
where like your nearest freaking internet tower is 20 states away.
Hey, shut up! It's with the YETI, not JP. So know your role and shut your mouth.
But it's my birthday.
Oh, damn it, I forgot.
Happy
yes, it is a new thing. Happy to you. Oh, yeah, happy birthday, JP. How old are you?
Timer.
Same age as you, bro. 46.
I'm not 46.
You're 46.
No, I'm 45. It's an even year.
It's
an even year. Odd year. Odd year.
No, it's an even year, and you were born in an even year.
What do you want? What's one thing in the wrestling world JP wants for his birthday?
There you go, JP.
I don't know. I got something for my birthday today.
What?
A famous Mad Dog Matt Kelly follows me on Facebook now.
Oh,
and he wished you happy birthday. Look at that.
Look at you.
Thank you, Matt. You
know what the cool thing is about this, JP, is even before we started this, I didn't even ask Nico to manage the comments, and he's like managing them. Remember that when I asked you the other night, and you just let them fly? They're just going. I had to catch up. It's JP's birthday every day.
Good time.
Are you guys ready? We were just talking about this.
You went more viral than me on TikTok.
Okay, come on. We only got a half
viral
hour
every day, bro. It's not even a big deal.
Let's talk about his birthday after this, and I'll tell him what I got him.
No lie. My wife and I, let me just tell you, my wife and I did a video. It's the first video I've got her on TikTok, and all we did was look at people scraping like fucking like confetti off the top of a plate, and it's called Satisfying. We got 85,000 views, rating them. I'm like,
those satisfying videos are going crazy.
80,000 views for saying it's a 6.
But you find the least satisfying videos.
Yeah, you got to find like the worm ones and shit.
Yeah, you find like the least sathing.
I do that on purpose. It's all part of the game, my man.
Psychology.
What's going on in wrestling?
What about this? The Thunderdome, man. The Thunderdome is finally alive, JP.
So the Thunderdome reminds me of like the old Saturday morning. Remember like the Saturday morning, like the control room where Sean Mooney would be?
Yeah.
Is that not what the Thunderdome looks like?
Well,
the Thunderdome is going to be an extravagant scenario for wrestling, and it's exactly what WWE needs right now because they've quite frankly been falling ratings wise and popularity wise. It's just not been working, so they need a change of scenery. This is very good for them,
dude. Plus, it's on SmackDown. Like it's on SmackDown.
Everything. It's going to be SummerSlam too. Is going to be there.
And they have Raw Underground now, which has its own merchandise on Raw.
Anyway, are you guys ready for this? Like seriously, from the screens and everything that I've read, it's going to be huge. Like camera angles. Like everybody forgets, and I was telling Nico before we came on, is like everybody forgets. Like before the NFL got exactly what they have now, like there was this thing called the XFL that revolutionized how cameras were used on the field, like on-field videographers, like all this stuff, dude. That's the thing. It's like this Thunderdome. I'm super excited about Thunderdome.
The virtual fans is cool, but how's that going to work? You know what I mean? Is it going to be able to log in and you're going to be like in the screen, like watching? But I don't want to watch Raw from my computer. I want to watch it on my TV. So that's going to be a problem for me.
How about
it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for it. Do you see this one about the virtual fans, LED screens, and drones and lasers? I didn't hear about drones, but that's pretty interesting.
You get a drone? How are you going to?
You get the camera angle.
The Thunderdome for new camera angles. That could be interesting.
That'd be fun as shit. What if there's only so many drones, you could fly your drone from your computer, right? And they had a buffer so they couldn't run into each other. I mean, this is obvious. This has been done before.
Here you
So
go.
you're just flying
JP.
around like your own camera angle and like, hey, happy birthday, you old bitch. What about this? Like, did you guys see the W promotes Mysterio with both eyes intact for Raw last night? Like, that's why I don't watch Raw. It was like I'm like the promo, like it was all on there. They tweeted.
What do you mean? What did he
I
lose
didn't
an eye?
see a promo with both eyes. He had his eye covered. I didn't see it. I missed that.
Dude,
What did he lose his eye 3 weeks ago? It grew back already.
See, exactly. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Go look. If you don't believe me, go check it out. Even go
Twitter it right now.
Go look in the group, the Wrestling Civilization that's out there. That's fun as can be.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. It's out there. How about the Nadia?
Just Google Mysterio 2 eyes. I don't see it.
Shut up, dude.
How about Mysterio one-eyed Mysterio and see what comes up.
Oh man.
Hey, please make
Mysterious one eye.
If you guys haven't seen the banner up there, a little bit different one up there, you'll see Autism 316. So that's a charity. Nico actually had the brainchild behind and started, and we jumped on behind that. We actually sent a kid to WrestleMania one year, and we worked a lot with autism in the past. We continue to try and do it in the future. So if you guys aren't following, if you see down there at the bottom, you'll see the handle is at Autism 316. I don't care if it's copyright infringement or not. Come step on autism. Austin.
It wouldn't be copyright infringement because it's actually a spoof. It's like a National Lampoon's type of thing. So
I mean, come on. I have a radio show called World Wrestling Radio. If anyone's getting in trouble for copyright, it's me.
What about Triple H claims Velveteen Dream investigation turned up no evidence?
Well, I'm going to start right now by saying that I've heard that the investigation did not include reaching out to the supposed victims. They've already reached out on Twitter and mentioned that they were not contacted by anyone, including Triple H, and this investigation did not include talking to the actual victims of this. I don't know if the real victims or just guys that wanted to hook up with Velveteen or whatever, but regardless, they're underage. So,
I mean, you're talking about a company that says they drug test for steroids that also employs John Cena. Did you expect any different?
It's tough in this day and age because they can claim that they did an investigation thoroughly, but there's video of him that's been released of him showing his wiener to underage people potentially, voicemails with his voice, and his Twitter handle was hacked. But come on, it wasn't hacked. Like, stop this bullshit. It's all a cover up at a certain extent, and the man needs to be held reliable because if he is in fact reaching out to minors in a sexual capacity, he needs to be in prison, not a WWE superstar.
I guess that's my whole contention too, is when we talk about other talent that were let go for virtually, I mean, it can't comparatively, I don't know, severity, I don't know, but let go nonetheless. I mean, it all comes down to the big money, right? The big
Enzo got found, as much as like Enzo's a clown, he got found not guilty.
Right? Not guilty.
Right.
Well, she wasn't underage.
Right.
That's where this whole thing gets weird.
But he also didn't rape her.
This guy, he didn't rape him either.
And you
he
can
didn't rape
tell
anyone either,
because he rapped about it. So you know it's true.
I mean, he hooked up with that girl and she claimed it was rape. I mean, it's like, what do we know what happened in a bedroom with the door shut? You know what I mean? If she felt in any way, shape, or form that it's rape, who are you to be like, it's not rape? It's such a fine line that I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. You guys ready?
It's hard to discredit anyone at all, ever, for when they claim something like that.
JP, really appreciate this. So CM Punk pitches a very interesting idea for W's mysterious Retribution stable. Have you heard about this yet?
Yeah, isn't the rumor that Punk's in there or something? Or Punk's still running it?
I hope so. I mean, everybody says that's a rumor. I hope so, but I doubt it. His take on it is like the sons of those that ran the territories, like the Gagnes. Those should be the individuals in there for Retribution. What do you guys say about that? Like the territory representation, like we've been talking about for a very, very long time.
I mean, I don't know. I think, Nico, you posted a video the other day about it being Victoria as the female, and I think that's pretty dead on.
I actually said Tessa Blanchard. I said Tessa Blanchard could be the female, and if Roman Reigns was the leader of Retribution, it would be a complete game changer. I don't think I've mentioned anyone else, but And let's just talk about that for a second. If Roman Reigns was the leader of this stable, A, he would get mega heel heat, which he needs. B, the Retribution would automatically be solidified as legitimate. And 3, don't forget last week that someone got a spear out of nowhere from them. So,
you know what would make this so over? If the Shield music hit and they started to come out one of the, I mean, just like stuff like that. Yeah.
Or if they came out instead of spelling out Shield in the call letters, if they spelled out Retribution in the call letters.
That's a long spell.
See, who's to say that internship at TNA didn't pay off? Look at you. Like, you should. This is what I'm talking about.
I mean, if Roman Reigns was the guy, it would be legitimate.
Yeah.
Game-changing opportunity. And the same applies for John Cena. If Retribution, somehow John Cena was behind this and he was Hulk Hogan heel turn like NWO, this would be huge. But if the fucking leader is Tommaso Ciampa, it's going to be a letdown. I'm sorry. I love him to death, but if he's the man, or Gargano, if it's the big reveal is Johnny Gargano, like, no, I'm sorry. It's not going to work for me. I need a bigger name.
Okay, we can't do why, but okay, moving on. How about, you'll appreciate this. This is a fun one. Vince McMahon told Rusev that fans chanting Rusev Day were mocking him. You guys heard this? Yeah.
No.
That's just Vince McMahon downplaying the reality that he was completely over. I've never seen anyone as much over in that capacity and not get the actual push they deserve from being that over. It was ridiculous. Right. And then he turned around and made his wife marry someone else. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Did Rusev say that? Was Rusev the one that said that, though?
That is correct. That is straight from WrestlingNewsSource.com.
I was going to say it's straight from his Twitch. His new
his gaming Twitch now.
His gaming career.
Is that right?
What do you guys think about that? Gaming Twitch.
Yeah, TikTok, by the way. He's full-time on there with Lana. They're doing daily TikToks as well.
What? Well, they're not together anymore because she's with Ray?
No, they're back together. Him and Lana and Lashley are no longer together. They broke up, remember? God, stick with the storyline.
Fucking slut. I'm joking. We don't call people sluts on this show.
How about this one? Man arrested for attempted kidnapping at Sonya Deville's home. Did you guys see these tweets?
Yeah, like how crazy. One of all the people, like, break into someone else's house, not someone that's gonna fucking whoop your ass.
Dude, they're all gonna whoop your ass.
Out. Like, break your teeth out. Not
they're all gonna whip your ass. But listen, nerds, if you ever break into a wrestler's house, they are going to hurt you. Every single one of them, even bitch ass Joey Ryan, will put the paws on you and hurt you.
Joey Ryan can put paws on me, but he ain't gonna fucking hurt me. Fuck that kid.
He's gonna come out with. He's gonna be like, "It's showtime." He's gonna have like a Speedo on.
We don't have one word you say around here, but his name's pretty much one of them.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I got it. I was trying to go lowest of low, but still tough enough.
No, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean these tweets are creepy, right? These tweets are pretty creepy. I mean, I bring them up. But
yeah,
go do your. So he had twisty ties. He had duct tape. He had solution passerelle or whatever. He was fully prepared to attempt to kidnap her.
He clearly had bad intentions.
100%, like no doubt whatsoever. Like this was going down.
The guy that they kept finding creeping around the performance center like a year or two ago. I know that was you, Nico, but
yeah,
like I don't think you had bad intentions when you.
I was putting shit on the walls. I was writing my name. Nico.
Like, I don't think you had bad intentions of harming anyone when you did that.
No, I just wanted to write my name and shit on the wall. What's the big deal? God, they're such haters.
But this dude clearly had bad intentions.
Yeah, this guy was looking to do some damage, potentially. I mean, kill for all we know. You know, you don't abduct someone to hang out with them and talk about Blaze Pizza. You kidnap them to. It's a horrible situation. I'm really disappointed that any fan would even consider that. But we know there's sickos in this world, and at this point in time, what he did is going to hinder us tremendously for meet and greets and things like that. It's just going to really close the doors for a lot of open opportunities. And a person like me who actually likes to meet wrestlers and isn't creepy, it sucks. So thanks a lot, you creepy fuck.
Listen, Nico, I'll give you credit. How about not as creepy?
Yeah, you're not as creepy. Yeah.
I don't spell my name wrong with shit.
I know. I think people are doing it on purpose now. I think that's what's happening is like people are doing it on purpose now,
No,
right?
it's just your girlfriend and JP, not people.
We're people.
Yeah.
Me, I'm people. Me,
We're
I'm people.
too. Yeah. Okay. Hey, JP, you'll appreciate this. Maria Kanellis talks about WWE using her personal life after she asked them not to. Like, this is a big thing. This is about the pregnancy, like the whole. Do you guys remember the storyline when this was going down? Do you remember this?
He was a
thing
cuck.
with her,
Yeah, I remember.
Go ahead, JP.
the thing with her personal life is like her husband had just he's not like years clean and sober. He's fairly fresh, clean and sober.
Right.
So how close to that would they have gotten into the storyline? You know what I mean? I'd be afraid of that too if I was.
Well, it's one of those situations you don't want real life to repeat, like a
Right. And
storyline.
granted,
You don't want to book real life, right? You just don't want that to happen.
his story ends very happy right now, and I'm proud of Mike. But you know, you look at what happened to Scott Hall in WCW when they tried to do the drunk gimmick with him.
Yeah, I don't want to regress, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard. I cannot verify or deny that. Mad Dog, I don't have any sources for that.
According to the police report that I read, there wasn't anyone with her.
Right.
But,
not to say that she wasn't the first call. Like not to say that Sonya didn't go like speed dial 1 or ice 1 or whatever she
Mandy
did.
could live right up the road. In Florida, I think they live in Tampa. They all live within 20, 30 minutes of each other. Everyone.
Right. All of them that came through that NXT all moved down there and set up.
Everyone lives here. Yeah. I live within 30 minutes of probably 50 professional wrestlers, honestly. You see them at the stores and everywhere. I think this is really a shame. I was a huge fan I still am, of Mike and Maria Kanellis. Maria being one of the hotter Greek women on earth. I think, I've always been a fan of her, and she's been able to, not be the best professional wrestler in the world, but still be able to make her name relevant and be a great valet. She's done an amazing job at that, and with more than just a pretty face and a nice booty.
Look at what they did with the Kingdom. The Kingdom stuff was better than anything either one of them did on television.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Kingdom also had Adam Cole, didn't it? It had Adam Cole, O'Reilly, and Fish in it. So, I mean, at one point, I know.
Right. No, a lot of people came through the Kingdom.
Right. Yeah, the Kingdom was amazing, and that was a great opportunity. And I think, did Kanellis create that? I'm not quite sure, but I know that and it's hard to go from like Kingdom running a show to being the cuckold who watches your girl make out with other dudes. It's a tough transition. It's only Jim Cornette can do that properly.
Well, and the hardest part about all this is that both of them are very, very intelligent individuals and know that they're worth a certain dollar amount. And if after a certain amount of time, if you're not paid that dollar amount, you feel your worth, or you don't get that time or your shot. And there's other people that are coming up, not to saying like an Owens or a Zayn or all these guys that have been in the indies for, 2 decades don't deserve the same time. Same like a Finn Balor. But I mean, if you look at the Kanellises, it's like Maria's had her shot. All right. Mike, not so, yes, but not so much.
Mike had a good run.
I know.
Where they don't go with that angle. Like, where does Mike and Maria ever fit into WWE? I mean, he's not going to be the WWE world champion. He was never brought in for that. It was not going to happen. He was going to be a mid-carder with some potential. And unfortunately, that didn't work out for him.
He could make it in like a Dolph Ziggler role.
For sure.
Absolutely. Let's not. Can we?
But I think he doesn't look at himself like a Dolph Ziggler role. He looks at himself like he's Roman Reigns, and he thinks he should be main eventing. And all these people do, and it's cool that you have that, but it's not reality. There's not enough room for everyone at the top.
But if you're a pro wrestler and you're looking around the room and you don't think you're the best, get out of the room. You're supposed to think you're the best in that.
Dude, that's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, if you don't have that arrogance, you ain't got it. Like, you just have to believe it.
But in the WWE, there's politics that go along with talent, and you have to play the game. You cannot just be a straight talent and see where that gets you, CM Punk. You have to also be able to play the game. You have to kiss the ass. You have to do it all. And it seems like Kanellis was never good at kissing the proper ass.
That will never be CM Punk. He didn't start out trained right. He was an independent wrestler from the beginning. He was a backyard wrestler. Like, he was Paul Heyman's boy. Like, Paul Heyman took him under his wing and had the guys around him that he needed to have around him to show him what he needed to know, to do what he needed to do. And Paul Heyman, like, I just miss Punk, man. I do. Like, a lot of people say that they don't and they hated the guy, but tell me one person during that time that could have carried that company like he did.
Yeah, he was vital at the time and did a great job. And I was a huge and still am a huge Punk fan. And I hope he does get one more match. I don't know when or where, but I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, Punk is great. Absolutely. I just think he got too, like I just said what I said, but there's also a line you got to walk. And as far as thinking you're the best in the room and thinking there's no chance of anyone ever being better than you. And that's what I think Punk was at.
What do you guys think about the is it a coincidence that you've got a entire Amway Center, now you've got Fox on board, you have an entire Thunderdome, and now WWE is filing trademark for Saturday night's main event again? Like, where's
How they ever unlose that in a trademark? I mean, that name is classic. The name alone, Saturday night's main event, has so much nostalgia to it. It should never be let go.
We should get all of their HR department and introduce them to some people.
Just as clearly as I remember things I did yesterday.
What's that?
I remember just as clearly as I remember things I did yesterday. I remember the $1 Million Man buying the title off of Andre the Giant after they threw Dave Hebner into like 3 rows back into the audience, and Earl Hebner came out because he was tied up in the back. Remember that as clearly as I remember yesterday.
I remember Hulk Hogan, and it was like King Kong Bundy and Hulk Hogan in a steel cage. The cage was like blue, and I remember them just battling. Yes. And like right before it was like Jake the Snake, and he cut this sick promo, and it was just like, it was so good, but it wasn't around very long, I don't feel.
No, it wasn't. I mean, is it on the WWE? It's on the WWE network. Yeah. I think I've perused through there a couple times. They brought it back
like only one Saturday a month.
They brought it back shortly a little while ago because you also had like WWE Superstars, which was like the house shows that they televised once in a while. Like all that, you had all that too. I don't know, man. I think there was like a Randy Savage one that I remember on Saturday night when I was a kid.
It was really, it's a shame that things like that just go away. But at the same time, how many days a week are we going to have wrestling? I mean, as of now, it's Raw on Mondays, Impact on Tuesdays, NXT and AEW Wednesdays. You know, Thursday we finally get a break. Friday SmackDown, Sunday's pay-per-view. You're going to take my Saturday too? Like, damn, dude, I need to breathe.
Hey, not to brag at all, but just to put this in perspective, 2 years ago, here soon, I do believe, we did interview the Ace Austin, that is a major part of Impact Wrestling, and dude, it's just. Saturday night main event's over. We got like 6 minutes left. I want to get to this and talk to him about Impact a little bit before I go get on Twitch and hang, right? Chill out with people on Twitch watching Impact.
All ego.
Yeah. All ego.
Why is Julian leaving Impact?
Dude.
Everyone leaves Impact because of the disputes with management. It seems like it's always like, I mean, Karrion Kross, Tessa, like it's just one after the other that it just doesn't work out, and they part ways. And then
can we just call management what it is? I mean, you've got,
it's just like Josh Matthews and the fucking Canadian. I can't remember his name. Who's the Canadian guy that was the manager?
I do believe
Scott D'Amore.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore, Josh Matthews, and like a couple other people are running Impact, and it's clearly just like idiots running it because you have so much talent come in and out of there, and you just can't keep them.
You can't say that though, man. You can't use that. Seriously, like I think you have some talent there. I really like Scott D'Amore is no slump.
But why can't they keep them for more than a year or 2 years at the most? Like they just cannot keep, and they lost everybody, dude. Think about the big picture of who they've had in the last just 5 years alone, and who they've lost.
Who have they created in the past 10 years? If you go back 20 years, they created AJ, they created EY, they created a bunch of guys, Abyss, who just showed up on SmackDown.
Yeah, Chris Parks.
So who have they created recently though? You can't even really say they created Eddie Edwards because he made his name in Japan and in ROH. You
can say that they lifted him to top-notch main event status.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the only name that comes to mind is EC3, and that was 7 years ago, 6 years ago.
You guys know what's really weird for me is when I look at
Ace Austin. There's one, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's where I was going with it.
I guess there's a couple. But
what about the North, the tag team? Them dudes, were they established before?
That's Ethan. Yeah.
But, I mean, was his tag team partner established before?
I don't think so. Maybe up in Canada.
Yeah. At Walking Weapon was up there pretty.
Where was Moose ROH before? So Moose, you know, I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of people.
Moose was ROH and NFL.
NFL.
Moose wore a different number, but this uniform.
Moose.
Yeah,
Get that
whatever.
crappy uniform out of here, dude. Send that
He
my
played-
way. I need
He
some.
played
I'm out of
under the
toilet
Belichick years.
Trash.
I'm out of
I got
toilet
the-
paper. Send it.
We interviewed him, and that was all we talked about was Belichick.
Belichick. Belichick's going to be struggling this year without his baby boy.
Do you guys feel like? Do you guys?
Kim's gonna be fine. You should see the email I wrote to a certain webpage that I pitched us to, and
Hey,
I was like, and we even talked. I said we
JP,
even talked football.
I
I'm a
bet you
Patriots fan.
$20 the Dolphins have a better record than the Patriots.
I said I'm a Patriots fan. Josh is a Steelers fan, and for some reason, Nico likes the Dolphins.
Well, he lives in.
I grew up in South Florida. What do you mean, some reason?
It's gotta be. Look at that.
Why does Josh like the Steelers?
Yeah, I can't figure that one out either. The Steelers are actually a decent team, though.
There's no Montana Cuckmasters.
What's funny is I actually do appreciate. I was a huge Ricky Williams fan.
Is that Bettis? Who is that?
No, that's Franco Harris. That's a jersey I wore when I was a kid.
I was a huge Ricky Williams fan, so I actually like the Dolphins and the Steelers. So
anyway, we got a minute and a half left. Any thoughts tonight before going into Impact? I know you guys probably don't know who's on the card or anything. Do you care?
No. Honestly, like Impact got to really do something. I think they got a TV deal coming, but they got to do something to grab.
They got to leave.
They got a TV deal coming. Awesome.
Yeah, they need to be on a TV I can see them on, because seeing it on Access, I'm not paying $15 to get that channel just so I can watch Impact Wrestling.
Do you think Impact needs a Kurt Angle moment? Is this where we see the countdown?
No, I think Impact needs to be Impact and have an Impact moment.
But that's what I mean. Like when they brought Angle into Impact the first time, when they took him away from WWE, like
the headbutt.
Yeah, like I mean, I think that needs to happen, and it's got to be.
Dude, they just got like 5 people, and no one cares. Unfortunately, like it just didn't move the needle like they wanted to. They got you care, I care, we care, but like overall, EC3, Eric Young, the Good Brothers, they got a lot of people right now, and their needle did not move like they wanted it to. They're not in the 500,000 numbers or anything like that.
You know what they need? They need a worked moment, not a shoot moment. Like what they had with Eddie and fucking the dickhead, Sami Callihan with the bat.
Ooh.
Hey. But they need that as a work, because that got them so much attention. And the only people who made money off of that were Eddie and Sammy.
I'm getting the sound
Eddie didn't make money.
I'm getting the soundbite from the podcast when I talked to him. He didn't like me very much.
Eddie didn't make money because he had to pay hospital bills, but you know what I mean? They're the only ones who capitalized on that. Impact didn't do anything.
Died from that. Like that's not the moment you want. You got hit hard.
Ask Josh how mad at because I'm friends with Eddie. Like,
he was hot.
I don't like that.
Hey,
shit.
catch us tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. We're almost out of time. If you really like your figures, do me a favor, make sure to do #FigTees. There's some pretty cool t-shirts, like Young Buck t-shirts out there I know are for sale. He's got a bunch of other t-shirts. You should have the Young Bucks because both of you guys just like them very much, so that's why I really hit on them. Any parting moments, you two, at all?
See you tomorrow. No.
Really, that's it. See you tomorrow. That's all you got.
Yeah, W Daily interview. A couple good interviews coming up. We won't tell you about them
tomorrow.
Follow us on TikTok. We're all TikTokers.
We'll do one tomorrow. We'll do one tomorrow when it has to relate to a WCW champion.